Remember those days before the internet?
Yeah.
Like when you'd argue about who was the best athlete ever, and there was like no way to really settle it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, just yelling at each other with no proof.
Right. Like you just had to rely on like memory and whatever like magazine articles you happen to have.
Totally. But now we have like endless data.
Exactly. And you listeners have sent us a ton of data on Messi and Ronaldo.
One of the greatest rivalries of all time.
So we are diving into Messi versus Ronaldo for this deep dive.
Buckle up.
Today, we're going way past just career totals.
We're going deep.
We'll be comparing their playing styles.
Their head-to-head records.
And even how they're doing right now in the 2024-2025 season.
It's going to be epic.
So are you ready for this?
Let's do it. This debate never gets old.
All right, let's start with some basic career stats.
Okay.
The kind of things people shout at each other in a pub.
Right, the basics.
Ronaldo has the most career goals right now.
With 919.
Messi is catching up, though.
Yeah, he's at 850.
But wait a minute.
There's more.
Messi has more assists than
A
Ronaldo.
lot more, actually.
Yeah.
379 to Ronaldo's 256.
Wow, that is a big difference.
And you know what happens when you add goals and assists together?
You get total goal contribution.
Right. And guess who comes out on top?
Is it Messi?
It is. Messi beats out Ronaldo 1,229 to 11,175.
Okay, so maybe it's not just about the goals then.
Nope, not that simple.
So then how do we figure out who is better?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Messi scores or assists a goal
Okay.
every 72 minutes.
Wow. That's a lot.
Now, Ronaldo does it every 87 minutes.
Okay. That is still pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But so Messi contributes to goals way more often than Ronaldo.
That's right.
So does that mean Messi is like automatically a more impactful player?
Hold on, not so fast.
What do you mean?
Like, imagine a goal in the 90th minute
Okay, yeah.
of a Champions League final.
Right, that would be huge.
Exactly. That one goal would probably be more important than, like, 5 goals in an easy group stage game where the stakes are lower.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to take context into account.
I get it.
It's like, who's more impactful? A heart surgeon who saves lives in crazy situations?
Right, high pressure?
Or a family doctor who sees like hundreds of patients every week?
Okay, yeah, both are super important.
Right. But their impact is different.
That makes sense.
You can't just look at the numbers.
So then how do we figure out things like big moments and game-changing plays?
It's tough to measure, for sure.
Yeah?
Stats tell a lot of the story, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
But this is where it gets exciting.
I like exciting. All right, so let's look at how these guys perform with their clubs.
Okay, sounds good.
Messi scores more goals per game than Ronaldo.
His ratio is 0.78.
Ronaldo's is 0.73.
It's close.
And Messi finds the back of the net
Every 104.6 minutes?
compared to Ronaldo's 111.8
They're both incredibly consistent, though.
at the highest levels of the sport.
Absolutely.
But let's look at some more specific skills.
Okay, let's do it.
Like penalties, Ronaldo has a higher conversion rate. Yeah, 84.7% compared to Messi's 77.9%.
But Messi has scored more free kicks than Ronaldo.
More.
Yep, 66 to 64.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that close.
So does that mean Messi has better technique?
Or maybe he just practices more free kicks.
Maybe.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Ronaldo might be more reliable with penalties, but Messi is the free kick king.
They have different strength.
That's what makes this so interesting.
All right, let's zoom out and look at the international stage.
Okay.
This is where Ronaldo really shines.
Goal scoring machine.
Ronaldo has 118 goals for Portugal.
Messi has 98 for Argentina.
That's still really good, though.
Oh, for sure. Messi is amazing.
And when it comes to trophies, Ronaldo helped Portugal win the Euros in 2016.
In the Nations League in 2019.
But Messi finally won the World Cup in 2022.
That was huge.
And he also won the Copa America in 2021.
And we can't forget his Olympic gold medal.
From way back in 2008.
He was so young then.
He was. And Messi also has more World Cup goals and assists overall than Ronaldo.
Okay, so does that World Cup win mean Messi is automatically better?
That's a great question.
It was a massive moment for him.
It felt like the whole world was watching.
It definitely made people think he was the Gochi.
But Ronaldo's international career is incredible too.
No doubt.
So is international success more important when we are talking about the Gochi?
Now that is the question, isn't it?
It's playing for your country, not just a club.
Some fans say club level is actually tougher.
Because of things like the Champions League.
But then others say winning with your national team is the biggest accomplishment.
It depends who you ask.
Totally.
Okay, so what happens when these two actually play against each other?
Head to head.
They have played each other 36 times.
36?
That's a lot. And Messi has won 13 of those matches.
Ronaldo won 11 and 9 were draws.
And when you look at the goals and assists when they played against each other,
Messi is slightly ahead.
22 goals and 12 assists for Messi.
21 goals and just 1 assist for Ronaldo.
They even played each other in the Champions League 6 times. Messi scored 3 goals to Ronaldo's 2.
So does this even matter, though?
Yeah, they have mostly played in different leagues.
Right. Their careers haven't really overlapped that much.
True, but when they did play each other, those matches were electric.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like watching two forces of nature collide.
It's almost hard to compare them.
Yeah, it really is apples and oranges.
Speaking of different,
Let's talk about their playing style.
this is where it gets really good.
Messi is like magic on the field.
The way he dribbles and creates plays,
Like he can just dance through defenders,
like they're standing still.
and the numbers back it up.
Let's hear them.
Messi has 3,845 successful dribbles
That's a lot of dribbles.
and 1,884 key passes.
So those are passes that lead directly to a shot.
Yeah, they are like the key ingredient to setting up goals.
Exactly.
But Ronaldo is no slouch either.
He has 1,882 successful dribbles.
And 12,212 key passes himself.
But his game is about power.
And precision.
He's dominant in the air.
He has won over 1,000 aerial duels.
And his penalty conversion rate is amazing.
84.7%.
He is so clinical under pressure.
So we've got Messi the magician
Weaving through defenses,
and Ronaldo the powerhouse.
crushing the competition.
How do you even compare them? That is the big question.
Is a Messi move more valuable than a Ronaldo header?
$1 million question.
It's like comparing a pianist to an opera singer.
Both amazing, but totally different.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So where do their trophy cabinets stand in all of this?
Lots of trophies to unpack here.
So many trophies.
Messi has 7 Ballon d'Or awards.
And Ronaldo has 5.
It's close at the top.
Messi has won 12 domestic league titles.
In La Liga, League One, even the MLS.
Ronaldo has 7.
Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A.
Wow, both amazing careers.
And in the Champions League.
Ronaldo's ahead there, 5 to Messi's 4.
That Champions League is special.
But let's not forget, Messi has 2 World Cup golden balls.
Best player at the World Cup.
Pretty impressive, right?
Very impressive. So, does having the most individual awards mean you are the best? Or are team wins more important?
That's the debate, right?
Where do you stand?
Tough one.
What matters more? Individual awards or trophies with your teammates?
Both are important, but what matters more to you?
It's something to think about.
It is.
So many things to consider in this Messi-Ronaldo debate.
That's why it never gets old.
It doesn't. So what are some of your biggest takeaways from looking at all of this?
I think it's amazing how they both have achieved so much success,
Yeah.
but in such different ways.
Messi is like an artist,
Gliding through defensive,
and Ronaldo is a machine.
built for scoring goals.
It's almost like they represent 2 different styles of football.
2 schools of thought.
Exactly.
Messi is all about instinct and magic.
Finding those crazy passes and those moments of pure genius.
And Ronaldo is pure willpower and power.
He pushes himself so hard.
Every single play.
So can you even compare them?
Tough question.
They are so different.
How do you quantify magic?
How do you measure those unbelievable moments?
It's impossible.
And on top of their skills, they are both global icons.
Huge stars.
Think about Messi joining Inter Miami
Changed American soccer forever.
and Ronaldo playing in Saudi Arabia.
Brought so much attention to that league.
These weren't just career moves.
They were huge global events.
Yeah, they changed the landscape of football.
And how many young players all over the world are trying to be like them?
Millions, probably.
Trying to copy their moves and their celebrations,
They are role models.
but in different ways.
Messi is quiet and lets his play do the talking.
And Ronaldo is outspoken and demands the best from everyone.
But they both want to be the best.
And they both inspire millions.
So, is there any way to say for sure who is better?
It's a tricky question.
We have talked about so much.
So many stats.
So many amazing plays.
So much impact on the game.
So what do you think?
It's hard to say.
Is Messi better?
Or is Ronaldo better?
This is the big question.
We're a question that might never have an answer.
But that's okay.
Because this debate is about more than just saying who is better.
It's about how we define greatness.
Do we value creativity more than power?
Do we like flair more than efficiency?
Is it about individual awards or team trophies?
What matters most to you?
That's what you have to decide.
We have given you the info.
Now you decide what matters most.
So what stands out to you?
Well, for me, it's amazing that we get to watch both of these players at the same time
Yeah.
in our lifetime.
It's like we're living in a special time for football.
We're seeing two of the best ever at the same time,
And they're still playing.
pushing the limits of what's possible.
It really is a golden age of football.
It is.
It makes you think about what people will say about this time period in the future.
I know. It's crazy.
Like, how would you describe this rivalry to someone who never saw them play?
I don't even know if I could.
It would be like trying to describe music to someone who has never heard it.
Right.
You can show them highlights and stats, but...
But you can't really capture the magic.
Yeah. That's exactly.
It's impossible.
This deep dive has shown us that there isn't one answer to the Messi-Ronaldo question.
No easy answers.
It's not about picking a winner.
It's about appreciating how they both define greatness.
It's like asking, is a mountain better than the ocean?
They're both amazing, but in different ways.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
So how do you think their moves to new leagues will affect their legacies?
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Messi went to the MLS,
To grow the game in America.
and Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia.
Which not many people expected.
It's like they want to leave their mark on the whole world.
Not just their own countries.
Right. Even though their careers are winding down,
They still want to make an impact.
they're amazing.
And what about this debate? Do you think it will ever end?
Probably not. Really? I mean, people will probably still be arguing about this in like 50 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
But that's part of what makes it so interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that it never ends.
Maybe the fun is in the debate itself.
And in the passion from the fans.
Exactly.
Well, this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
So much.
We've gone way past the headlines.
Deep into the stats.
We have seen how different they are.
And how much they have impacted football.
It's clear that Ronaldo scores a lot of goals.
He's a force.
He has dominated in many leagues.
He shows what hard work can get you.
But Messi's just magical.
He's so efficient.
And he can create goals out of nothing.
Plus, he has the World Cup win.
And 7 Ballon d'Ors.
Incredible career.
But remember, this isn't about choosing sides.
That's right.
We're just lucky to be able to watch both of these players.
At the same time.
They've changed the sport.
And their rivalry is legendary.
It really is a great time to be a football fan.
It really is.
It really is a golden age of football. And it makes you think about what future generations will say about this era.
Right. Like, imagine trying to explain how intense this rivalry was to someone who never saw them play.
It'd be like trying to describe the Beatles to someone who's never heard music.
Exactly. Like, you can show them the stats and the trophies and the highlight reels.
But you can't really capture that feeling.
That feeling of awe.
Exactly.
Impossible.
This deep dive has shown us that there's no easy answer to the Messi-Ronaldo question.
Nope.
It's not about saying one is better than the other.
It's about appreciating two different kinds of greatness.
Like asking if a mountain is better than the ocean.
Both amazing, but totally different.
Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit.
Sounds good.
How do you think their recent moves to different leagues are going to affect how people remember them?
It's so fascinating,
Yeah.
right? Messi went to the MLS,
To grow the sport in America,
and Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia.
which I don't think anyone saw coming.
It's like they want to leave their mark on the whole world.
Not just their own countries.
Exactly. Even though their careers are coming to an end,
They still want to have a global impact.
they're incredible.
So do you think this debate will ever really end?
I don't think so.
You don't.
I mean, people will probably still be arguing about this in 50 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a debate that will probably never die.
That's crazy.
But that's also what makes it so fun.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that it never ends.
Right.
The back and forth is part of what makes it so exciting.
And the passion it brings out in the fans.
Totally. Well, this deep dive has given us so much to think about.
So much.
We've gone way deeper than just the headlines.
Deep into the data.
We've seen how different their styles are.
And how much they have both changed football.
It's clear that Ronaldo is a goal-scoring machine.
He's unstoppable.
He has been successful in every league he's played in.
He shows that hard work really pays off.
And Messi is just pure magic on the field.
So efficient.
He can create goals out of thin air.
Plus, he has that World Cup win.
And 7 Ballon d'Ors.
It's hard to argue with that.
But the point of all of this isn't to pick sides.
Right.
We should just be grateful that we get to watch both of these players.
At the same time.
They have changed the game forever.
And their rivalry will never be forgotten.
It's a great time to be a football fan.
The best time.
It really is the best time. And it makes you think, like, what will people remember about this rivalry in the future?
Right. Like, could you even explain it?
I don't think so.
It's like one of those things you just had to be there for.
Exactly.
You had to see it,
So,
understand it.
this deep dive has shown us there's no simple answer to the Messi-Ronaldo question.
Yeah, it's not about saying one is definitely better.
It's about appreciating the fact that there are two completely different ways to be great.
Exactly. It's not about picking a winner.
It's like asking if a mountain is better than the ocean.
They're both majestic in their own ways.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. How do you think their recent moves to different leagues will affect how they are remembered?
That's an interesting question.
It is. Like Messi going to the MLS
To try and grow the game in America?
and Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia.
Something no one expected.
It's like they want to make a global impact,
Yeah, they want to touch every part of the world.
not just their own countries.
And even though their careers are almost over,
They are still trying to change the game.
it's incredible.
Do you think this debate will ever really end?
Probably not.
I mean, people are going to be talking about Messi and Ronaldo for years.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Decades even.
It's a debate that will never die.
It's too big.
But maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe.
The debate itself is part of the fun.
And all the passion it creates.
Well, this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
A ton.
We went way deeper than just the headlines.
Way past those simple narratives.
We really got into the details.
The stats, the styles, the impact.
We have seen how Ronaldo is a goal machine,
Dominant in so many leagues.
a true example of what hard work can accomplish.
And we have seen Messi's brilliance,
His efficiency,
his magic.
the way he can create goals out of nothing,
It's art.
plus that World Cup win.
And 7 Ballon d'Ors.
It's an amazing career.
Truly amazing.
But this wasn't about choosing sides.
Nope.
It was about celebrating two of the best players ever
Two legends of the game.
and appreciating that we got to see them both play at the same time.
Yeah, what a time to be a football fan.
They changed the game.
And their rivalry will never be forgotten.
What a deep dive.
That was a good one.
So keep having those Messi-Ronaldo debates.
Keep looking at those stats.
And keep enjoying the beautiful game.
It's the best sport in the world.
Until next time.
See ya.